Your bag is not an investment. I repeat, your bag is not an investment. Hello lovers, welcome back to our channel. My name is Enrich with Carte Blanche shop. Today, I want to talk about a controversial thing. Is a luxury bag an investment or not? I've been looking at all the TikTok videos about girl math. Let me tell you, I've giggled. They are funny, very humorous about how much a bag costs. Girls are taking out their calculator to talk about the cost per wear and all the things that they save by buying it at a discount and all. Like, all these videos are quite funny, but on the other side, I know that there are a lot of people who thinks that the luxury purchase, especially when it comes to bag, are an investment and that they get the same value or what they paid for when they resell the bag. It's not that simple. Before I can tell you that your bag is not an investment, let's talk about what an investment actually is. Looking into the dictionary, investment is an asset that you get or you acquire so that it can appreciate in value or it can generate income. Remember those two things, appreciate in value or generate income. So let's say you get into a store, you buy your favorite pair of Louboutin, and then you use it once or twice and you're like, you know what? This pair of heels is a little bit too uncomfortable for me. I can't really walk in them. What am I gonna do? You know what? I pay $1,000. I wore it just once or twice. Maybe I can get about $600, $700, or even $800 for it on the market because I cannot return it to the Louboutin store. And then you take your pair of shoes, one, two. You go into a reseller's boutique and you're like, you know what? I want $700, $800, $900. And they tell you no. And you get upset. You're like, no, I pay for $1,000 plus for these shoes. I need to get the same value. But you don't. And you can't. Because shoes themselves, they don't have an appreciating value. Remember what we talked about appreciation? When it comes to shoes, there's no appreciation value. So the pair of Ariza or Pigalle that you got in the Christian Louboutin store for $1,000, you're not gonna sell it to a reseller for the same value or expect the same value back. You know what I mean? And I gotta be honest with you, we have a lot of clients that comes into the store and explaining to them that that's not the resale value can be quite exhausting and painful because they have the emotional attachment to the shoes, so it's hard sometimes to let it go. Or because when they bought that shoes, they expected the same value back in return. They have a hard time hearing that that's not the value. Another example of this is like 5 à 7 Saint Laurent bag. It's so cute, right? When I say it on a girl, who's just wearing something simple and she got the 5 à 7 bag, I'm like, ooh, so beautiful to see. Let's say you got your 5 à 7 bag at the Saint Laurent boutique. It's cute, it's chic, and it was trendy. And now there's a different it bag. In terms of it bags, they rotate, a year ago it was the Prada Messenger or the re-edition that came back. And you're thinking, well, the 5 à 7 was very trendy, it was all over Instagram. I'm gonna resell it and I'm gonna, for the same price that I got, about $3,000. But on the resale market, unless you kept it brand new in the box, with all the receipt and the tags, you most likely not get the same value that you bought it. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I have to be honest with you and set the expectations. So when you want to resell your bag, you keep that in mind. Whenever you buy a luxury bag, whether it's Prada, Balenciaga, Louis Vuitton, and things like that, like I want you to buy it first because you want to enjoy it, you know? And if you want to buy it just to resell, at least buy it at a discounted value. So maybe you're a client and the bag was offered to you. When you buy it, and if your intent is to use it and resell it, like keep in mind, okay, maybe I shouldn't buy it at the price like in the store. Maybe I can get it from an outlet and things like that. Like think about all those different things. If your intent is to generate an income or make a little bit of money off the bag. Because all these bags, yes, they are very beautiful, unless they are super trendy and they are high demand, which means that within 1 month or 2 months, this bag is still gonna be sold out and all. Unless that's really the case, you're not gonna get more than what you paid for. Look at me, I'm telling you, I am telling you, you are not gonna get more than what you paid for. So please keep that in mind. All right, you're gonna say, Anik, but we see it all over Instagram and TikTok, but that's bags appreciate in value. Remember when I told you it was remove Hermes out of the conversation because Hermes is like a particular example. So now, when can your bag be really an investment? Let's think about the Chanel and the classic flap, right? That bag has been on the market for years and decades, right? Let's say your mother bought it in 1991 when the bag was $1,500. She kept the bag in good condition and she still have the box, she still have the receipts. Let's say your mom passed that bag on to you now. Remember, she bought it at $1,500 in 1991, and you have a 30-year-old bag in good condition on the market right now, and you want to resell it because you just want to for any other reason. So for a bag like that, then you can resell it for $8,000 or $9,000, you know. And in that case, it's an investment because over time, that bag has appreciated in value. And you're definitely getting more out of it in terms of the value today. But flip that. You go into the Chanel store right now, are you looking for your classic flat bag in caviar leather and gold or silver hardware, and you buy it last week. You pay over $10,000 for it. And then you're like, oh my God, you know what? I actually need that $10,000 back. It's past the return policy at Chanel. What can I do? Well, I can resell my bag. But in the meantime, you went to a party, you spray some cognac on it or some red wine, and you cleaned it a little bit. And then you went with it in your car, you had your long nails and you did a little bit of a scratch on the bag. And even if you paid $10,000 plus, you're like, oh, I should resell it. I'm probably gonna get the same value. And you come to the store to resell it. I'm sorry, the money you're gonna get out of it, it's not gonna be $10,000 plus that you got, you know, the bag already has been used, it has scratches and everything like that. Keep that in mind whenever you buy a luxury purchase. And if you need to justify your luxury purchase and say, oh, it's an investment, it's gonna make me money and blah, 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 more power to you. But the reality may be just very different when you're ready to sell it. So hopefully you remember this the next time you walk into a reseller boutique or you walk back into Carte Blanche shop to buy. So next video, I think we're gonna talk about bags that appreciate values over time, and bag that's when you buy, I would recommend that you keep them and or you keep them for a while until you can resell it. So that will be the next video. Until next time, right? Thank you. Mwah.